Hello, I'm Wanja Gröger, also known as Nechtan, and in this video I will talk about my tour with Keep of Kalessin. Enjoy! So, as you can see, I just got back from this tour. There's still all the stuff around here that I didn't have time to set up yet. And as a first thing, I would like to say thank you to Keep of Kalessin for choosing me and giving me this chance to go on this tour, because this tour was fucking great. I loved being on this tour and it was a great experience. There were actually several things that made this tour so cool for me personally, and that was mainly all the other people. The people of Keep of Kalessin, but also the people of the two other bands, Empire and Malphas, because everyone was very friendly and everyone was always helping with everything. And I think this is kind of the most cool thing that you can have on tour. For example, when we arrived at a venue and had to load out our equipment, everyone was there and everyone was helping. So the unloading armada is waiting to unload the equipment. Also, when I set up the drums, the two other drummers were always helping me. So a big thank you to Epi from Empire and Eric from Malphas for always helping me. Also, during the changeover between the bands, I also had always help from the other drummers. The other great thing about this tour was that I actually had the chance to visit a lot of places in Europe. Of course, you don't always have the time to go sightseeing, but especially in two cities I had the chance to do that, and that was in Milano in Italy and in Budapest, Hungary. And I really had a great time there. One more thing that made this tour a really great experience for me was actually the audience. So thank you to everyone who attended our shows. Because no matter if we played like on the Czech Death Fest in front of, I don't know, maybe a couple of thousand people. I'm really bad at counting people, so. But a lot of people. I think it was actually the biggest show I ever did so far. Or if we played like in some super tiny club, it didn't make a great difference because the people were always really into it and just going along with the show and the music, and that was a great experience. Also on this tour I actually met a lot of you guys who subscribed to my YouTube channel. So I had a lot of fun conversations about push-pull technique and whatever, and drinking with some of you guys and taking pictures, and this was a really cool experience for me, because normally I just sit in front of the camera and I do not see anyone in person who actually watches my videos. As I said, I had the chance to go a little bit of sightseeing in Milano in Italy, and I have to say the city is just super beautiful. It probably helped that the weather was very hot and sunny, but in general the city is just gorgeous. Especially the big cathedral is really worth visiting. I mean, we have a great cathedral in Germany too, like the Kölner Dom, but the one in Milano is just way better, way more impressive, I have to admit that. Also, we had a great time eating there in the city and having a beer. Yeah, as I said, one of the few times we actually had time to do that, and I was very thankful for that. And I will now show you some pictures and videos from that. So right now we have just arrived in Milano. Our vehicle dropped us off here, and I'm actually very happy that we have some time to go sightseeing. But first of all, we'll get some lunch because we are hungry as fuck. So we are now at the cathedral, which is looking very impressive. And yeah, let's see if we can maybe get in there or something. Would be really nice. This is looking awesome. Yeah.
Damn Norwegian tourists everywhere. Oh, you meant McDonald's. I'm just kidding with it. So, let's have some pizza. So, we have really nice weather, and I think we are now going to the venue to unload and maybe do some sound check or whatever. But I think the guy who actually makes our sound is now really experienced, so we probably don't really need a sound check anymore, and a line check will probably be enough, but we'll see. Pretty nice stage today. Nice idea. So this is our backstage today. This is actually just a small zone of the backstage because the rest of the backstage is actually here. And this is really nice. These are the Malphas people enjoying themselves with this table soccer. Yes.
Yeah.
Who is going to win?
Yeah!
Sure, really nice that you can see the stage from up here. That's really cool.
Has been for us.
We also had some time in Budapest, which was great because actually Roger and me from Keep of Kalessin, we met up with the Malphas guys and went sightseeing. Again, nice cathedrals and everything. But the most funny thing happening was that in the evening we actually first we just ate something, and then we drank something, and then we just sought out random clubs, and we ended up in some really cool ones. And I think this was actually the first time I ever danced. And it is not because I was drunk. Well, I was maybe a little bit drunk, but the main cause of that was Eric, the drummer from Malphas, because he is a super kick-ass dancer and he danced with the weirdest moves ever. And so everyone else didn't feel stupid also trying to dance. And it was impossible to not dance when he was dancing all the time. So thank you, Eric, for that experience. Also, I would like to mention, I think Budapest has probably the nicest train station I have ever seen so far. I mean, it looks like a fucking palace and it is just a train station. So it was really, really, really cool.
So this is a railway station in Budapest. Really awesome.
So when it comes to playing shows on this tour, I really enjoyed every single show for different reasons. I mean, of course, the Czech Death Fest had the biggest crowd and it was super awesome and spectacular to play there. But also the little clubs kind of had a very intense atmosphere. Especially, I think, in Salzburg and Budapest in the end. It was just super intense. So thanks for everyone who showed up there. So, as I said in the beginning, I learned a lot on this tour. So in the end, let me now share some tips with you regarding tour life. Enjoy. Number 1. Always grab everything you can get from a venue, especially when it comes to food, drinks, water, whatever, because sooner or later you will need it. Number 2. Be very well prepared and always have a backup solution for everything. I remember on one evening my laser trigger didn't really work because some light issues probably. I don't know really what was the case because it worked perfectly on every other show. But on this one evening I was very glad I brought my normal trigger with me. So I didn't have to play with nothing. Also, as an example of how important a good preparation before a tour is, well, On this tour we actually planned to rehearse with Keep of Kalessin before the first show, but because of some delayed flights, it didn't happen. So in the end we played the first show without ever rehearsing before that. And still we managed to actually play the show and play it well. So yeah, everyone was prepared, and this is why it still worked out.
And that was from this beast over here. And he just showed us the video, and we thought, my fucking god, this man is the right man for the job. And he proved it by coming to the first show totally without rehearsing with us. I just knew from talking to him on Skype that he has the mindset of a professional drummer, and that's what we need. So I want you to give it all up to Mr. Gröger on the drums! And now we're gonna put these motherfuckers to the test. This is a song from the Reptilian album. This one is called The Divine Land. Holy shit!
Number 3, whenever you have the chance, get as much sleep as possible, because sleep is kind of a very rare thing on tour. And number 4, always remember that you work in a team, also with the other bands, because this makes life just so much easier for everyone. So help with the load in, help with the load out, help your drummer colleagues with setting up the drum kit, and everyone will be more relaxed and happy. And last but not least, number 5, your mindset. I think especially when you go on tour, it is very important to have a positive attitude towards things, because there will always be things that go wrong. But it is much better to just laugh about it instead of going crazy about it. I mean, on this tour we actually wanted to have a nightliner, but we ended up with 3 campers instead. 2 of them broke down during the tour, 1 of them was missing a window, but still, yeah, we were laughing about it and it was kind of fun. So I think this is the right attitude towards going on tour. It's basically the same as in drumming in general. I mean, when I, for example, I'm in studio and I play a song and I lose my stick or something, I can choose to either go mad about it and then have a really bad day, or I just laugh about it and continue working. Because in the end, you always want to have fun with what you are doing. I mean, especially in something creative like drumming, I think it is important to always enjoy it and to make the best out of it. Even if you have a bad day or you lose your stick or whatever happens, stay positive, laugh about it, and continue. So that's it for today. I'm very sorry I couldn't provide a proper drum cam video, but the audio was just too bad and I didn't have the chance to record proper audio. But tomorrow I will enter a plane and fly to Estonia to a festival of Keep of Kalessin, and there I will try to get some good footage. So thanks to everyone who was there. Also thanks to Keep of Kalessin for making me their drummer and for giving me this cool t-shirt and this lovely pink suitcase. Also thanks to Malphas for giving me this cool t-shirt and for making me dance. And in general all bands and everyone who helped on this tour. I hope to see you on one of the upcoming events with Keep of Kalessin. The links to all the bands and my drumming equipment are down below in the description. See you next time.